I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make a bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, what's good? Good morning and welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive I'll. Your man, Uncle Freezie. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? I see y'all. I see y'all out here. Wayne Peterson, what's good? I watched the Sixers game last night and the game before, and the biggest difference between us and them versus the Hawks is Joel Embiid low post presence. Nah. Now y'all catching on. Thank you. Is that hot?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You want to come on camera?
No.
Hey, y'all want to see Miss Mocha?
No.
Come here, girl. Come.
No.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Mocha night. Yeah, no, you ain't getting me caught up in that Knicks life. No. Bruh. What's good, Chuck? Hey, I'm sorry. What's good, Nick, for life? What's good? It's plain to see. You can't change me because I'm gonna be a Nick for life. I see you, Chuck Allen. I see you. It's plain to see. You can't change me. I see you. I see you. I see you, boss. Boss, I see you. I say that word a lot, man, because I watched this movie one time that starred a few of my favorite comic heroes in it. Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, right? So I watched this movie starring Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence called Life. And when I watched it, I knew while watching it, it was going to be one of my favorite movies of all time. I knew right then when I saw it that it was going to be one of my favorite movies of all time. How I knew, and I'm working on something, man. I'm trying to get creamer. That's the reason why y'all looking at the top of my head. And I shouldn't do that. Right. I should. There's some etiquette to being on camera. And part of it is keeping eye contact with the audience, even though you can't see the audience. And I know I violate a lot of that stuff. Y'all need to be looking at my eyeballs instead of in the top of my head. Right. One of my favorite lines from that movie, and this is not allegory, right? This is not allegory. I'm just ranting while I do I guess ranting or going off script as I fix this coffee. This has no show content value, but one of my favorite lines in that movie is when Ray is trying to talk Claude into escaping, right? Or I think it's vice versa. I think it's one of them. Either Claude is trying to talk to Ray, or either Ray is trying to talk to Claude, right? And no, it ain't. I know what y'all thinking. You gonna eat your cornbread? No, that's not the one. No, that's not the one. That's not the line, y'all. That's not the line I'm referring to. Right? I know what y'all gonna say. I know what y'all gonna say. Your favorite line in the movie is "Out of Pepe." No, that's not the one. No, that's not the line I'm talking about either. That's not the line either. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. YouTube watchers in the building. What's good? This title is not wrong. The title of this joint is actually accurate, right? But as I fix this coffee, I want to make sure. I want to make sure that I get the coffee right, because AC's in the building. What's up, antisocial? Cuts, Kicks, and Knicks is in the building. What's good? Black University, what's good? Hanging with Sir Woodrow, what's good? What's good? I just want to make sure that this coffee is right. Right? Sometimes I go in the store and I'm thinking like, I'm going to try such and such coffee. And then you bring it home and it's terrible. Got to have dark roast, bro. I can't have like medium roast. Medium roast tastes like chocolate milk to me. So anyway, my favorite line in that movie Life that I referenced is when he tells them about the plan that they have an airplane stashed. And my man is like, boss, he ain't working. He just snitched him out, trying to get him away from him. No, not the line about Ray's Boom Boom Room. No. And not the line when they're in the when they get old and dude is like, Eddie Murphy be like, I'm gonna come to your funeral and just bust up in there and sing the upper room. The upper room. No, not that either. All right. So enough about that, right? Enough about that. AC, what's good? I see you. Kanye Day Kid. What's good, Black University? I understand. Siri, I'm telling you, I swear, I think the feds have my phone tapped. Because I could just say stuff like cereal and milk. And Siri jump on like, hey, Uncle Freezie. Like, come on, bro. See what I mean? I said cereal and milk. That's all I said. And she just jumped on listening. I could be like, see, I told you so. And she'll just jump on and be like, what'd you say? So anyway. Be civilized. What's good? What's good? So before I talk about the title I want to mention something. So in case y'all had noticed, last month, about 5 weeks ago or so, I changed the name of the channel. I went from Blorange Tears to Blorange Tears Knicks Focus. And I find that we are being found less when I added Knicks to the channel, to the name. So I'm thinking about changing the name back to Blorange Tears. Tell me what y'all think. Should I be patient or go back to our original joint? Tell me what y'all think. Right? Tell me what y'all think. Man, I have y'all, listen, I think I got 43 text messages. 43 text messages. And I'm talking about in 9 different conversations too. Not one conversation. I got 9 different conversations going on at once. What in the name of Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike is going on out here? What's going on out here? When you got 9 different text conversations going on your phone at once. Hey, so Nick for life says, do whatever gets you the most views. No, I ain't doing that. I'm not a whore for numbers, bro. I'm not gonna hold myself out for views or subscribers. We're gonna do it nice and easy. We're gonna do this thing organic. The channel is for y'all. Right? The channel is for y'all. Andrew Colliger is in the building. What's good? Andrew Colliger is back, baby. Robert Paul was good. Top of the top, Robert Paul was good. Yo, so Chuck Allen, listen. I ain't gonna lie to you. So the numbers game, I ain't getting into that, right? My thing is flat out, without question, is twofold. Family and quality. That's it. We're gonna put forth a quality product. And it's about this Blorange Tears family. I don't care about numbers. Never have. Whoa, no. The only time I wanted to care about numbers was I wanted to get to 1,000 so that we can attempt to get monetized. That was the only time. Once I get to 1,000, once we got 1,002, numbers out the window. I don't care. It's about quality, bro. Family and quality. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. I want y'all to know that this channel is here for us to have a family-friendly atmosphere. And I ain't talking about that y'all can't be yourselves. Hey, and Andrew College, hey, thank you for that like too, by the way. I appreciate it. Kanye the Kid says, do what got you here. Right. I think is this. I want Knicks fans, and not all Knicks fans are gonna like this channel. Some Knicks fans are gonna be like, yo, you dream too much. You be on here dreaming. You always be talking pie in the sky. Whatever. It is what it is. Warren Franklin's in the building. What's good? Andrew Collins said, you know what? The thing is I don't want to create the conversation or drive the conversation in one direction or another. I just like for the conversation to be robust and honest. right? Like I ain't just gonna go live so 8 haters can get on here and hate like that Dave Chappelle convention. Anyway, I can turn on. I can just go in the room and watch ESPN and do that. What fun is that? Yo, to be honest with you, what fun is that? What fun is it to turn on, to crank up the live stream and have 9 haters hating on everything the Knicks do? Hate. I can watch Shannon and Skip. You know what I'm saying? I can turn that on and then just watch that if that's what I wanted. Hey, Booker said, Booker 6102 said, just add Hoodie Kev instead. Yeah, it's the same thing as having Skip Bayless on. Hoodie Kev, the hater, the anti-Knicks fan that loved the Knicks, the love-hate relationship. Hey, Kenny Payne said, just remember, some fans wanted DSJ as our future. That's funny. That's funny. That is hilarious. So the title of today's show, or the topic, is why getting a dominant center makes the Knicks an instant championship contender. Right? Let me read that one more time. Why getting a dominant center makes the Knicks an instant championship contender. Let me ask y'all first. Does adding a center make the Knicks an instant championship contender? Y'all tell me. Y'all opinion matter. It's the reason why I be busy on the community tab. It's the reason why I'm super busy on a community page. And not because you know, let me see. Oh, shoot. I did the wrong thing. I want to go back. I don't want to watch somebody else's joint. There we go. Yeah, the reason why I'm super busy on the community page is because I like to get y'all feedback. I read the chat. Right? I read the chat. I read the chat a lot. I read y'all comments on the videos. And the reason why I do that is because I need to know, as one Knicks fan to another, what are the things, or what are the things that drive you as a Knicks fan? So I know to cater our stuff around it. Like the guests I bring on. What's today? Wednesday? Hey, Miss Mocha, today Wednesday?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So tomorrow, Jonathan Macri will be on with us. Live on the Knicks Morning Drive. Shout out to Jonathan Macri, the dean of the Knicks Film School. Andrew, whatever his name is. And Jeremy, whatever his name is. Shout out to those guys at the Knicks Film School. And don't think because I can't remember your last name that it's a diss. It's not, man. I'm just, when my hair grows out, it's actually blonde. So pardon me with that. Warren Franklin says, if we had the right point guard with that center, yeah, no, that's not how it worked, bro. Yeah, that's not how it worked, man. Right. In today's NBA of small ball, positionless, everybody shoot the three, everybody handle the ball, it still all goes back to one thing. If you don't dominate the middle, you lose. If you don't dominate the paint, you lose. Period. Infamous New King was good. Yasin Bayan was good. Good morning, Uncle Freezie. Don't try to compare yourself to ESPN. They're just talking heads that live on click. You speak to the people that's facts. And you know what else? You know what else y'all saying though? I listen to the people. ESPN does not listen to the people. I'm totally comfortable just doing this thing right here. And I know our guy CP from Knicks Fan TV is doing this thing with them and a whole bunch of other things. But my thing is, I'm comfortable. I'm at a place in my life where I'm super comfortable, bro. Super comfy. Right? I'm super comfy, right? Where I'm at, where I am. I have a beautiful wife that's beautiful inside and out. More beautiful on the inside, which is better. I love it. I love it. Right? I'm in a perfect situation, man. The kids have all left the nest. Occasionally, they need to borrow something. Y'all know how that is. Y'all been in y'all 20s before. Y'all been in y'all 30s before. Andrew College, don't judge me, bro. Uncle Freezie has deadbeat kids. No, they ain't deadbeats, bro. They go through the same thing everybody else. You know what I'm saying? They like, the transmission go out in the car. Well, they too posh for that shit. They ain't gonna drive nothing old enough for the transmission to go out. Their car insurance need to be renewed. They be like, Pops, let me hold something. Or something like that. You know how it is. Something like that. SB Talk Sports was good. SB, you need to be on the show more, bro. Stop playing. I know you got a lot of stuff going on. Congratulations. I think we know about the news and all that stuff. Congratulations. I hope all goes well and it will continue to go well. But we need you back on the show more, especially the Knicks at Night podcast. We need that insight from Chi-Town. I Got Next is in the building. What's good? I Got Next. What's happening? I Got Next says, we need a center that has some type of offense to compete with Joe, Brook Lopez, Clint Capellas of the world, but this Tibbs value defense more. Yep. Robert Paul was good. Hey, Robert Paul says, I'm enjoying my kids' humble years right now. Hey, enjoy them, bro. Enjoy him, bro. Enjoy him. There are a lot of names out there of players that we can get. SB Talk Sports says thanks. Yeah, I got. Hey man, for sure. We need you, bro. I know you're doing your own thing, but we need your input on over here on the East Coast too. Brian Williford said, I'd be perfectly fine with a lineup of Cat Randall, RJ Powell, and Dinwiddie as our starting 5 next season. So I'm going to get into that, right? I'm going to get into that. So first, let me explain this to everybody. Not just to y'all because y'all don't get it, because I know y'all get it. But there is a certain sect of Knicks fans that believe driving the nail means hit the nail harder. Hit it harder, hit it faster. Yeah, I trust. I know. I work with people like that. So, there's a J Boogie sighting. J Boogie in the building. fresh off the dope lyrics. J Boogie, I heard the joint. I heard the joint, J Boogie. The lyricist, the Knicks universe Hall of Famer. J Boogie, I heard the joint. Bro, you bug J Boogie. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Come on, man. Yo, J Boogie, if you set the bar high, everybody can't reach it, bro. I don't know. I don't know why that's so hard to understand. When you set the bar super high, it's gonna be hard for people to reach it. And the pun was intended. Now take that, J Boogie. Now take that, J Boogie. When you set the bar high, people can't reach it, and the pun was intended. Now take that, J Boogie. Good morning. Hey, Michael Hansen. I'm definitely getting to this topic specifically, right? But I want to build something so that I can reach a crescendo, right? So just bear with me. I see a question, and I have it written down. So here's the thing. I want to address this first. The reason why the Knicks got blasted in the playoffs is not because of poor point guard play. It's not. It's because we ran an offense that didn't have the players to fit it. And I know y'all are gonna say, well, how come we ran an offense with some of them? I know. And y'all are gonna want to blame Tibbs. Y'all are gonna Tibbs didn't. No, man. Tom Thibodeau is the reigning NBA Coach of the Year. I just want to let that sit with you before y'all start complaining, right? Tom Thibodeau is the reigning NBA Coach of the Year. And somebody on Twitter said, well, no coach is perfect. Such and such and such. Man, shut up. I wish there was a shut up button on Twitter. I do. You know why? Because people, backseat drivers, Tuesday morning quarterbacks, co-pilots always think that they can do better than the man. If you could do better than the man, then why are you not the man? Hello? Hello? Talking to you. If you think you could do better than the man, why aren't you the man? Nah, J Boogie, me and you ain't the same age. You older than me. No. I know what J Boogie about to say. And I told you my age, and you better not tell nobody either. Hey, J Boogie, I told you my age. Hey, I told you my age and confidence, bro. Don't you go out here telling people.
I didn't find I told you by the James Blunt on Apple Music.
What I told y'all about Siri snitching. What I told you, she just jumped on. Siri just jumped on and was like, hey, I can. Soon as I said my age, soon as I started talking about my age, Siri just came to life. Like, hey, did you say something? I'm telling you, I don't know. So anyway, J Boogie, don't you do it. Don't you do it, J Boogie. Warren Franklin says our defense is trash in the playoffs too, and two inconsistent shooters, all that play a factor in the game. I'm gonna tell you what, our defense wasn't the issue, bro. Our defense wasn't the issue, right? The offense, the scheme that we ran was not the issue. The issue was the players. Because any coach will tell you it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the Jims and Joes. Because you could draw up the greatest play ever known to mankind, right? You could draw up the greatest play ever known to mankind and have Anthony Bennett, and it won't work. Or you could say, get the ball to Jordan, and it'll work. Right? The reason why Casey Jones lost his job with the Celtics after winning championships is because he could run offensive and defensive schemes. Boy, Casey Jones could come up with some stuff, and he could coach circles around anybody, right? But the one thing he, in his craziness, couldn't figure out was just get the ball to Larry Bird. How about that be the play? How about let that be the play? How about let that be the play? Coach, what's the play? Get it to Larry Bird and get out the way and shut up. That should be the play. Right? The reason why the Rams, the greatest show on turf, didn't win as many Super Bowls as they should have is because they were drawing up all these fantastic plays instead of giving the ball to Marshall Faulk. They were like, hey, Marshall, we're going to run a play action, and you're going to block the first blitzer, and we're going to run a dig to some dude named Isaac Akeem across the middle. And everybody and their mama like, what? You going to use Marshall Faulk as a decoy and let him block like a fullback for some dude named Isaac Hakeem? Are you serious right now? Wait, you want Marshall Faulk to run out in the flat and be a decoy so you can run a post to Ricky Prohl? What? Wait a minute. You going to go 5 wide receivers and leave Marshall Faulk on the sideline so you can throw a crossing right route to Isaac Bruce? What? What's going on? What in the name of Sam and Dave are we talking about? That's why the Rams didn't win as many Super Bowls as they should have. And they barely won the one that they won. Right? Because it's not about X's and O's. It's about Jimmy and Joe's. Right? Warren Franklin, you hear me? Charlie Ward Cousin, you hear me? It's not about X's and O's. It's about Jimmy and Joe's. Yes, and Bayon says, Uncle Freezie, we need a center that could rebound, defend, and have secret 3 on the side. Right, because it's not about X's and O's. It's about Jimmy and Joe's. Nate McMillan. So Lloyd Pierce was about X's and O's and not about Jimmy and Joe's. Lloyd Pierce, the dude that got fired, was the best out of coming out of timeouts. You could not stop John Collins from dunking because he could draw up the most intricate plays and get John Collins dunks out of timeouts, and you couldn't stop it. Under Lloyd Pierce, John Collins probably averaged 20 and 10. John Collins was a 20 and 10 power forward under Lloyd Pierce, right? Because Lloyd Pierce could draw up them plays, boy. Lloyd Pierce could draw up them plays. Trey Young, you could, boy. But you know what? Lloyd Pierce handcuffed his team with X's and O's instead of letting the Jimmy and Joes get comfortable on the floor. And that's why Lloyd Pierce is out of a job. Not trusting his talent. But in Tom Thibodeau's case, he don't have the Jimmy and Joes to go to. Right? He don't have the Jimmy and Joes to go to. That's why he won Coach of the Year. Because he took a lottery roster. He took a lottery roster. That roster should have been enough. That roster should probably have the 7 or 8 pick right now. But he took that squad to the playoffs. I got next says, hey Freezie, what adjustments are the Hawks gonna do now? Double Embiid? No, they ain't gonna do that. What they are gonna do, and this is the same thing the Knicks did. What they're gonna do is force the Hawks shooters to put the ball on the floor and make plays. They're gonna force somebody else aside from Trae Young to beat them. I mean, I'm sorry. You said what are the Hawks adjustment, right? All right. So the Hawks adjustment for Embiid is let Joel Embiid kill them on the inside. They can't double. You can't double in today's NBA. You can't double a big man. And that's the reason why we're having this conversation right now. You can't double a big man in today's NBA with the three-point shooting at the best it's ever been. Right? What you do if you're Atlanta, don't let Joel Embiid establish position down low. And what I mean by that is not wrestle with him in the post. You pressure the passer. Make it hard for them to pass the ball into Joel Embiid. Because once he catches it down there, he's going to get fouled. Y'all saw the game. Every time he go into the moves, they blow the whistle. Beep. Every time he catch it going to him, beep. Joel Embiid marching to the free throw line. Right? Hey, Mocha, what are those bears doing hiding under my shirt? So the bears are hiding under. Is that the duck hiding under my shirt? Okay. Anyway. So you pressure the passer, right? Right. When Ben Simmons gets the ball on the inbound, you pressure him all the way up the floor. You turn him twice. You make him turn and take time off the shot clock, right? And what that does is it eliminates the time that you have to throw Joel Embiid down low, right? You know, you basically pressure the passer. Don't let them get that entry pass in the post of Joel Embiid. Because as soon as he catches it and goes into beep, he goes to the line and shoot free throws. Y'all know this. Y'all watch the game. Right. And the Sixers, bro, I'm not going to say the Hawks are in trouble, but what I will say is this. Why getting a dominant center makes the Knicks an instant championship contender? Right? Oh, yeah. Here come corner step Kev. Straight in the door, starting trouble. Kevin McCullough, Cornerstone Kev says, Blorange tears. So basically, you're giving up on Mitch. Cornerstone Kev, can you please stop coming in the door, starting trouble? Soon as they come in the door, he's starting trouble. G-Man for Life said, hey, Uncle Freezie, watch Cornerstone Kev, because he'll smile at you, but he is tricky. He likes to start trouble. Hey, love you too, bro. Hey, no doubt. No doubt. So, why getting a dominant center helps the Knicks become an instant championship contender? So, here's the thing. If Mitchell Robinson had played, I think we beat the Hawks. If Mitchell Robinson was healthy and Nerlens Noel was healthy, I think we beat the Hawks in 5. Right? The thing is that the thing about Cornerstone Cavs still starting trouble. But the thing about having a dominant center is this. I watched so I'm watching the playoffs. So I watched Jokic and I watched Gobert, right? And I watched Capella, right? And all of these guys, right? All of these guys, just their mere presence on the floor makes role players more of a threat, right? Because the one thing about Rudy Gobert, and he's been a meme because he gets dunked on a lot. I mean, Frank dunked on him. I mean, for the love of Mike. Frank Ntilikina dunked on Rudy Gobert. I mean, good God. But the one thing about having a Gobert is he contests everything. So he's going to get dunked on, right? He contests everything, right? But the thing about having a Gobert on the floor, a center with good hands, is once he catches it in 2 feet, he's going to dunk. Once he catches it within 2 feet, he gonna dunk. Our centers, if you get it down there to them, they gonna fumble it. They gonna kick it out of bounds. The pass gonna whiz right by him. I mean, for God's sake, man, for the love of cheese sandwiches, Norvell Pell jammed his fingers and almost broke it trying to catch a basketball. I mean, for the love of Blimpie, man, come on, Norvell Pell. You almost broke your finger catching a basketball? And I'm not talking about the first time. I'm not talking about when he hurt his hand. I'm talking about subsequent. Like, what? What in the name of Tom and Jerry do we have to do to get a center that can catch? I mean, come on, y'all. Excuse that. What in the name of Woody Woodpecker? Come on, bro. Y'all understand what I'm saying? What in the name of cheese and crackers are we doing? Why can't we get a center that can catch? If Mitchell Robinson had very good hands, he would average 15, 16 points a game. If Mitchell Robinson had very good hands, he would average 15, 16 points a game. Because he can catch the lob and throw it down, right? He's a lob catcher. He's a lob catcher supreme. Mitch in that lob, boy. Mitch can catch those lobs. But every pass to Mitch can't be a lob. Mitch, you got to catch those balls in traffic, bro. Pause. You got to be able to catch those bounce passes in between defenders, Mitch. Once you start catching those, the sky is the limit. Mitchell Robinson. So here is why I tell you that getting a dominant offensive center makes the Knicks a championship contender. And I ain't talking about Miles Turner. Miles Turner ain't no dominant offensive center. He can do stuff, but he ain't dominant. People are like, but Miles Turner can shoot the three. Really? I think the last I checked, Miles Turner was shooting 32% from three. That's not good. Let's see, Miles Turner. Oh, are you serious? Miles Turner averages 12 and 6 and averaged that for his entire career, basically. 6 full seasons, he's averaging 12 and 6. Get out of here. 12 and 6, and y'all want to trade two first round picks for a guy that averaged 12 and 6? What the name of Tom and Jerry are we talking about? What the name of Tom and Jerry are we talking about, man? 12 and 6, and y'all want to trade Mitch in the first round pick for that? And Mitch is averaging 8 and 8? What's the difference? And even though he averages more shot blocks, than Mitch, all that means is people challenge him more. Oh my God. I just looked at Steven Adams' numbers. The Steven Adams is averaging 7 points and 9 rebounds. Really? Is that not the same thing as 8 and 8? Hoodie Cav? Seven and 9, 8 and 8, 12 and 6. It's all the same. It's all the same. 7 and 9 from one guy, 8 and 8 for another, 12 and 6 from another. It's all the same, bro. No, you don't want guys like that. No, you don't want to trade asset. What do I look like trading Emmanuel Quickly and something for a guy that's doing the same thing as Mitchell Robinson? Somebody tell me something. Somebody, Craig McQueen, what's good? Craig McQueen, tell me this. Why would I trade Mitchell Robinson, and Emmanuel Quickly for a dude for I forgot his name that fast. Miles Turner. What in the name of Sam and Dave would I be doing if I traded Mitchell Robinson and Emmanuel Quickly for Miles Turner? What in the world is going on out here? Hey, Yasin Bayon says, Uncle Freezie, if we keep Mitchell Robinson, he needs to get in the weight room and watch film on dominant centers. I'm going to tell you, okay, so I'm going to start with Mitch, and then I'm going to build up to the question that was asked. Andy Garcia, Black Rain is in the building. What's good? Anthony D says, Guan Knicks family? What? AD, what's good? What in the name of Sam and Dave would I look like trading Mitchell Robinson and Emmanuel Quickly to the Pacers for Miles Turner? Are you serious? What in the name of Yarborough and Peoples would I look like trading Mitchell Robinson and Emmanuel Quickly to the New Orleans Pelicans for a dude named Steven Adams? They're all the same. 8 and 8, 7 and 9, 12 and 6. What is that? AC, what's good? Hey, Andy Garcia, Black Rain says, there's only a few centers in the NBA that are actually dominant. Like who? Somebody name one. Craig McQueen said, we ain't trading Mitch. Hey, Jay Boogie says, it sounds like some of our Knicks family owner want to make the playoffs again. For me, it's championship or bust. I'm not good with only making the playoffs. Yeah, me too, man. Hey, but the thing is, you have to build it the right way. You have to understand the current trend in the NBA and get ahead of it. You always want to be ahead of the trend in the NBA. You don't want to play catch up in the NBA. You don't want to be that team lagging behind and always trying to catch up. You don't want to be rerun in what's happening. Anybody in here remember what's happening, the TV show with Dwayne and Raj and Rerun and Shirley? Y'all remember that? What's happening? Anybody remember that? Am I too old? Is that not a good reference right here? No. Yeah. Robert Paul, I got you. Yeah. Y'all remember in the intro or the outro when Dwayne and Raj hitchhike a ride and Rerun is chasing the truck trying to catch up? You don't want to be that. And that's what the Knicks have been for a mighty long time. Yeah, Raj and Dwayne. Yeah. Sergeant Knicks, a.k.a. G-Man for life. Hey, and Sergeant Knicks, a.k.a. G-Man for life, his trick, y'all. Y'all think the G in G-Man stands for one thing, and it actually stands for another. G-Man for life. You not slick, bro. You not slick. You not slick, bro. You not slick. Jay Boogie says, Freezie dropping jewels this morning. Y'all keep listening. Facts. The thing is you don't want to be on the outside looking in, right? And you definitely don't want to be on the outside looking in with limited resources, right? Because by the time you catch up, the trend would have changed. And you out of style. I remember, hey, bro, listen, I'm old enough to remember dudes rocking Jordache 4 years too late. I remember dudes rocking Jordache jeans 4 years too late. Like, bro, you got on Jordache? You got on Jordache in 87? Them must have been your big brother joints. You rocking Jordache, bro? Shaw Legacy says classic. Yeah, well, that depends. That depends on what your idea of classic is. Bro, hey man. I remember when dudes were rocking Guess 4 years too late. Bro, you wearing Guess? You ain't Shane? You like, you see a dude with Guess jeans on, right? You like, bro, please tell me somebody beat you up, somebody robbed you, and them Guess jeans was the only thing you had to put on unless you was going to walk home butt naked. Now, Uncle Freezie would have walked home butt naked before I put some Guess on. In 1990 or 1992. In 92, you wearing Guess, and everybody else got on Calcanai, across colors, and you got on Guess, bro. I don't know. Oh, Jabbar. Kevin. Kevin Middleton, stop interrupting the show. Got us up here laughing. Kevin Middleton, stop ruining the show. I'm trying to be serious. Hey, ET, what's good? Chat Brooke Lopez and Al Horford. Either way, man. Either way, they're going to have to give us something to take that money. Kevin Middleton up here. Jay Boogie is like, rerun still laughing. I mean, still dancing. Yo, let me hurry. I want to get through this thing real quick so I can put the link in the chat. Yo, let me hurry and do this real quick. But Kevin Middleton, it's all Kevin Middleton for. I can't get to the point because dudes be making me laugh, man. Stop playing. Y'all play too much. Y'all play too much, man. I'm trying to be serious. What man said? Oh, Jabodes. Wow. 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 My man's like Jabode. Everybody wearing FUBU and my man got on Jabodes. Everybody wearing FUBU, and my man still rocking the last pair of cross colors, the lime green cross colors. They was on sale for $10. He was like, I gotta have it, bro. They on sale for $10 for a reason. They was on sale for $15 for a year. And nobody bought them. Yeah, man. Yeah, nah. I got you. I got you. But Kevin Middleton, funny, bro. I got you. Hey, Yasin Bayon says, Uncle Freezie, Mitchell Robinson should watch how Tim Duncan plays on film. I got you. So AD says, you are definitely not serious this one. Bro, I'm trying to be serious. These dudes keep making me laugh, bro. This ain't funny. So here's the thing that I'm getting to, right? Middle of the pack centers will help against bad centers and middle of the pack centers. But you need an elite dominant big, right? You need an elite dominant big in order to be a championship contender, and you have to be ahead of the trend, right? Now, where do you get one from? Jokic is one. Jokic is an elite center. Can you trade for Jokic? No, he just won MVP. Are you crazy? What about Joel Embiid? Can you trade for Joel Embiid? Possibly if they lose to the Hawks. If the Hawks make the Eastern Conference Finals, I think Joel Embiid may be attainable, but not available, if that makes sense. Jermaine Royce like, come on, bro. Really? Lee Jeans? What is this, 1983? And I ain't gonna lie. I had the gray Lees with the black pinstripes. I had the black Lees with the gray pinstripes. I had the navy blue ones with the silver pinstripes on them. Bro, I used to rock the Lee jeans, the white on white Adidas with the fat shoelaces, with the fatties in them. And I used to do the checkerboard joint. Like, you know how you have your strings go straight across and then you sew in a different color? Bro, you couldn't tell Uncle Freezie. I'm from Jersey City, B. I'm from Jersey City. It's where style started. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day when we used to have the man, listen, bro. I used to have the Adidas cap to throw on, B-boy style. Fat herringbone with no medallion. That's EPMD. Fat herringbone with no medallion. Hello, still got the same funk flow, and yo, still get busy like Arsenio. Yeah. Back when cats used to doo-wop on the corner. I'm from Jersey City, right? Cats used to doo-wop on the corner, right? Cats used to doo-wop, right? So back in the day, Jersey City was trashy. So cats would take a barrel, you know what I'm saying, get them a little fire started or whatever, hang out, drink them a little nip, and sing on the corner. Like cats legit used to harmonize on the corner in Jersey City. Eventually that turned into rapping. Cats started rapping on the corner, right? Nah, man, I ain't never rocked the Pride of New York's B. I'm from Jersey City. No, I did get one year. I saw Malik Sealy at St. John's, and St. John's was rocking the ponies. It was like Malik Sealy, Mark Jackson. When St. John's was balling, they was rocking ponies. I was like, yo, I rock some of them Prides of New York. You know what I'm saying? The white one with the red check, or the white one with the black check on it. Bim. Jackson Ave said yes. Go down to Journal Square. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, staying on topic. Staying on topic, right? AC, yeah, we remember Carl Canai. I bought a Carl Canai. Man, listen. I came home on vacation from not PCS. Jesus. I was in the military. I came home one summer, and the style out west, cats was wearing khaki shorts and flip flops and wife beaters. That was the joint, right? You go somewhere, everywhere was like a uniform, right? You know what I'm saying? You got your uniform, throw cats on, some khaki shorts and some Debos, a wife beater, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And I came home, and it was like a line at the store. I was like, well, yo, what's everybody in line for? The new Carl Canai was out. Yo, I spent like $600. This is like 90, 91. Whatever year it was, Carl Canai was fresh out. Whenever Carl Canai had just come out, I spent like $600 on Carl Canai stuff. $600, B. Y'all know how much $600 is? Y'all know how much $600 was 30 years ago? Get out of here, Chuck Allen. Stop playing. Get out of here, bro. Sergio Valentes, really? Y'all bugging. Let me talk about these centers real quick, man. I'm gonna talk about these centers, and I promise I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. I just want to get this out so that when everybody else jump in, they can do whatever. I'm saying, yo, I spent like $600 on Carl Canai, right? So I get back. I forget what the son. I go in this little club in this small town called Marksville, Louisiana. It's a tiny little town, right? A tiny little town, right? So I walk in, and they're playing this song by this dude from Chicago. I walk in with all my Carl Canai on. I know ain't nobody got it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm coming out with all my gear from up top. I walk into this little teeny club, and I'm drinking this thing called Tanqueray, right? I don't expect y'all to understand what Tanqueray is. Just chill out. We're gonna be naive. We're just gonna let the story unfold, right? So I'm in this. So Y'all, hey, I see what y'all saying. Y'all not gonna distract me because I see what y'all putting in the chat, and I'm not gonna be distracted by it. Right? So anyway, I go in the club and I hear the song, right? Some dude from Chicago. The song is like, I think he wound up going to jail, to prison later on. But the song is like, vibe, vibe, I walk in, the DJ see me, he like, yo, Uncle Freezie. And I'm like, yay. You know, hey. And all the girls is like, yo, he must be famous. Look at what he wearing. And the girl, they like coming up. And I'm like, yeah, y'all come on over here. Y'all take this thing in. You know what I'm saying? Take this thing in. You know, I won't be here for long. So you got to enjoy yourself as much as you can while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? This is me, arrogant Uncle Freezie back in the day. Now you got humble Uncle Freezie right now. Right? No, Chuck, no. It's R. Kelly. It's R. Kelly first song. It's a song called Vibe. Right? So I'm coming in, they playing, DJ playing. He's like, yo, new joint, you know, blah, blah, blah. And so it come out the same time as this group. I came there because I want to hear this joint by a few Snickens called Ring the Alarm. You know, ring the alarm, you know, blah, blah, blah. It was like, I think that's few Snickens joint or whatever. I was like, yo, put on my joint. He's like, nah, man. I was like, yo, put on my joint. Nah, man. I said, number 5. He's like, yo, Uncle Freezie, I'm going to put your joint on. Like, it took me $5 for you to get. Anyway, I bust up in there with the call canai on, and the girls can't keep their hands to themselves. Right? I rock a call canai, the white out call canai hoodie, where you could barely see the snitching, where you could barely see the stitching, right? And so he was like, oh my God, it's turning colors. And I'm like, these girls country as hell, but I love it. So anyway, moving on to the centers. You can't go bargain basement shopping for centers. You did that this season, and look what it got you. You cut Amari Spellman, who came into camp out of shape, and brought in Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson didn't go to training camp with y'all, and then he was 35 years old. Taj Gibson didn't have a training camp with us. People forget that. He was not on the opening day roster. Right? He was not on the opening day roster. Taj Gibson was brought in after we cut Amari Spellman. Or he might have been on the opening day roster. He might have been on the opening day roster. But anyway, Amari Spellman got cut because he came into camp fat and out of shape. Amari Spellman. Nerlens Noel stayed hurt all year, and he can't catch. Bro, if I was jumping out of a 2-story window and they put Taj Gibson down there, Nerlens Noel down there to catch me, I'm just writing a note to my wife. It's been real, baby. I'm not going to survive this fall. Because they put Nerlens Noel down there to catch me, and you know good and well Nerlens Noel can't catch. Right? Y'all know good and well Nerlens Noel can't catch. And I tell you how I know Derrick Rose didn't have faith in Nerlens Noel. Me and CP the artist was sitting side by side in a bar in Atlanta, Georgia. Derrick Rose ran the pick and roll with Nerlens Noel, and Nerlens Noel was wide open with no man in sight. And Derrick Rose looked at him and grimaced like, because Derrick Rose knew if he threw that pass, it was going to be a turnover. Right? If he threw that pass to Nerlens Noel, it was going to be a turnover. Right? Right? CP the artist was like, I was like, yo, CP, Nerlens Noel was wide open. CP the artist said, yeah, Derrick Rose ain't throwing that pass because he know Nerlens Noel can't catch. right? And so the Atlanta Hawks defending the play, they didn't even put a defender on Nerlens Noel. They trapped Derrick Rose, so Derrick Rose had to back up out the play, you know what I'm saying, and look for another shot. Because they knew Nerlens Noel can't catch. And say, by the grace of God, he does catch it. What is he going to do with it? He can't dribble. He can't shoot. He has zero offensive moves. So basically what I'm telling you is you have to go out and get a dominant big. A dominant big. You have to go get you a Joel Embiid. Can the Knicks get Joel Embiid from the Sixers? I don't know. What about Bam Adebayo? Is he a dominant big? Let me see. Let me see what Bam's numbers are. Bam, B-A-M. I put Bam and Mo Bamba show up. Mo Bamba is such a bust. So Bam averaged 18, 9, and 5 assists. Bam averaged almost 19, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. Hello. Bam averaged 19 and 9 and 5 assists. How about that? Salute San Miz was good. So here he's in a second tier with your Vucevic, with your Valanciunas, with your DeAndre Aytons. Can you trade for a DeAndre Ayton? Is it worth it? So here is my trade target. Myth, what's good? The Frank Hive is in the building, says Sin Miz. In the building. Sin Miz, I'm gonna start chopping up back next week. Wednesdays at 7:00 p.m. But listen, but Bam is 6'9", 255, right? He averages 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. Right. Rick V calls him Bim Adebayo. Bim. Right. So you get Bam, Valanciunas, Vucevic. Who else is in that that category? Vucevic, Bam, Ayton, Valanciunas. I don't know who else would go in that category. Christian Wood, maybe. The Rockets are already talking about trading Christian Wood. How about that? Yo, would y'all like Christian Wood? Can I interest y'all in a Christian Wood? No, Wood at center. Christian Wood at center along with Julius Randle. All right, before I tell you who my guy is, I'm going to throw something out there. Knicks possible starting roster next season: Spencer Dinwiddie, RJ, Kelly Oubre, Julius, and Mitchell Robinson. I'll tell you why that won't work. Even though I like RJ, Oubre, and Julius Randle. Teams usually don't start 3 left-handed dudes in the same starting lineup. For some reason, it throws stuff off, even though cats are supposed to be ambidextrous with the basketball. So here is, yeah, exactly, Kevin Middleton. 3 left-handed dudes in the same lineup? Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I like Oubre a lot. But 3 left-handed dudes in the same lineup? Y'all got me doing a cornerstone Kev. I don't know. I don't know if I can rock that. Right. David Jackson was good. I know RJ is right. I know RJ Barrett is right-handed by nature. I know he's naturally right-handed. He eats right with his right hand, but he plays left-handed, is what I'm saying. I understand where you're going, and that's a good point. That's a very good point. So my trade target is Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. And D'Angelo Russell. Bam! D'Angelo Russell, in my opinion, and Karl Anthony Towns, in my opinion, make the Knicks, and hear me out before y'all go on Twitter and be like, oh, Uncle Freezie said, hear me out. And I know what I just said. A White Falcon, I know you got to hear me out. Because I just said 3 left-handed dudes, and then I said D'Angelo Russell. I know. Just imagine if we get D'Angelo Russell and Kelly Oubre. What are we doing? And it's possible. I think D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns make us a championship contender. Right? Right. And I know y'all, where are we going to get the defense from? Calm down. Hey, Lucky Walker Visions, calm down, man. Let me hear me out first before you make your judgment. Right? Like I do y'all. Right? I listen to y'all. I hear y'all out completely. And then I'll be like, no, what he said was crazy. Right? So Karl Anthony Towns makes us a championship contender. But I think plucking D'Angelo Russell pushes us closer. Right? Because at the end of the day, what we missed at the point guard position was youth and imagination. Right? We missed that in the playoffs. D-Block was good. What's good? Hey, D-Block, we might be poaching a Celtic from y'all. I would love to poach Jaylen Brown. I know Jason Tatum is going to be a Celtic forever, but Jaylen Brown, bro, nice. What are y'all talking about? I know good and well y'all ain't talking about defense. We defended the Atlanta Hawks as best as a team could possibly defend the Atlanta Hawks, and we still lost. We defended the Hawks as best as you can defend a playoff team. And y'all still complaining? Really? Captain Slim, what's good? Karl Anthony Towns solves all of our issues. Rebounding at center. Just by inserting him, he'll be the best rebounder on the roster. Just by inserting him, you're inserting a pick and roll monster. Okay? Just by adding him to our lineup. You put Cat in the lineup, Julius Randle cannot be double teamed. What? Can y'all imagine a Julius Randle that doesn't get double teamed? Julius Randle averaged 24 points a game, and he was double teamed to death. Julius Randle, think about this. Our guy was double teamed the third most amount of times in the NBA. The third most! And Julius Randle's not even a top 20 player. Maybe, possibly a top 20 player. Maybe. Top 25 for sure. Maybe not top 20. Right? But he was double teamed the third most amount of times. Third. Are you serious? And he averaged 24 points a game. The third most amount of times, party people. I'm here to tell you, if Julius Randle doesn't get double teamed, Julius Randle can average 27 points a game in this league. AC, I see a question, but I'm going to hold on to that question. AC, I see your question, right? But I want to throw the link in the chat, bring everybody in, right? Lucky Walker Vision says, Cat is overpaid and overrated. By whom? Who overrates Karl Anthony Towns? Who overrates a center that shoots 40% from three, averages 12 rebounds, and scores 25 points a game? Who? Towns put up hollow numbers. No. Jason Tatum puts up hollow numbers. Hey, Cornerstone Cav, I got you back saying, I'm warning you, if you have on a new shirt, you're getting booted.
Hold on, let me try and do this. There you go. What's up, man? I haven't talked to you in days, man.
Yeah, man. You must have been somewhere counting money.
No, money. I wish.
Yeah. Cornerstone Cav, counting money.
I wish, man. I wish. Yo,
yeah, man.
What's going on, man? Everything's good, man. Everything's good.
Hey, Karl Anthony Towns would win you a championship. You want a championship? I'm just asking. I ain't trying to put you on the spot or nothing. But do you want a championship? Do you want the Knicks to win a championship?
You still need a point guard, bro.
No, man. You can listen.
You still need a point guard. You still need a point guard.
No,
you still need a point guard.
Hear me out. Scheme makes point guard easier to fill than a center. Because at the end of the day, what wins you games is the Jimmy and Joes, not the X's and O's. Because you can say what you want to say, right? But last year, the NBA champs had Anthony Davis and LeBron James. The year before that, the NBA champion had Kyle Lowry, Kawhi Leonard, Serge Ibaka, Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, Norm Powell, right? The year before that, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Kevin Durant. I mean, come on, bro. This is about Jimmy and Joe's, not the X's and O's.
All right, so you just made my point. You need a point guard in there.
Right. But what I'm saying is the point guard is easier to fill than the dominant center. Because
okay, I got it. Yes,
because,
yeah.
Because you can name a handful of dominant point guards right now without thinking. But then if I tell you to name 7 dominant centers, you won't get there.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I am in agreement with you, but what I will ask you is, again, the question that I asked you earlier. Are you giving up on Mitch?
No.
Okay, because he's a center too.
Right. Center of attention.
I like that. That's a good one.
What?
Why are you spitting it out, man?
What? It's the first thing came to my mind. It's the first. Hey, and so my boss. Hey, one of my former bosses was like, came to my department and was like, "Hey, I want you to come to Miami." I was like, "I don't have nothing to do with that." He was like, "You witty, pack your bags."
Okay, so basically you have given. See, the thing with Mitch, the quandary with Mitch is a rim runner, is probably every two players, and he hasn't really distinguished himself offensively. He's great defensively, but even though defense wins championships, you still got to have somebody to put the ball in the hoop, and he hasn't distinguished that. He doesn't. So that's why, right, Mitch. So that's why when you say Karl-Anthony Towns, I could see him working with a Randall and with, whoever we get at point guard and with a Tom Thibodeau. Now, did he have a problem with Tom Thibodeau?
People say he did, but
you think it was more what's the name down in Miami, right?
No. I think it was more of a
okay.
I think it was more of a excuse me, jeez. But I think it was more of a young player trying to find his way, more so than a young star disagreeing with his coach.
Right.
I think Minnesota is a grease fire and has always been a grease fire.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
I don't think it has anything to do with. I think their culture.
Yeah,
stinks.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that totally.
Right.
I agree with you that totally. But check this out, bro. Check this out. In Karl-Anthony Towns' draft, the four top players. I mean, the four top 4 picks.
Right.
3 of them are with different teams. He's the only one that stayed with his own team.
Right, and that is going to change also.
Yeah.
Right, and that's going to change also. Right.
Yeah.
And go ahead, man.
No. You go ahead. You got that thought, man. Go right ahead, bro. It's your world.
So the thing is this: you can trade your entire franchise. You can trade the babies, right? You can trade the babies and the draft picks.
Well, which babies are you talking about?
All of them gonna go.
So now I pose this to you. So you're willing to give up Obi quickly?
No, Kev, listen to me.
But you said the babies. Those are the babies.
No, listen to the context of the statement.
Okay.
I'm saying in order to get the premier point guard, you have to trade the babies. I never said that I wanted to trade the babies. Right? I never said that I want to trade the babies. And then you said, so you want to trade? No, I don't.
Right.
But what I'm saying, in order to get Damian Lillard,
yeah.
In order to get Steph Curry,
yeah.
Right. And in order to get De'Aaron Fox,
yeah.
In order to get the elite level point guard,
right.
A GM is going to have to trade all the babies and most of the draft picks, or trade most of the babies and all the picks. Either way, you trade babies.
The picks I don't care about. Jay Boogies has opened my eyes to that, because when he was talking about the Celtics, how they got all these picks and done nothing with them,
and they let them rot on the vine.
Rot on the vine. Yeah.
And you know what? And to be honest with you, Oklahoma City is headed down that path right now.
You think so?
Yeah, because they have 27. They have 27 picks in the next 5 years.
Right.
So they're gonna have to bring in 27 men, not including the guys that they already have on their roster, or do something with those picks. It's a weird number. I don't know if it's 27 or 29 or 23, but it's a lot, right?
Right.
But here's the thing with trading for an elite level point guard. Say so Steph Curry is in the last year of his deal.
Yes.
And things are getting contentious in Golden State.
Oh, absolutely.
About the number.
They're not going to be able to keep those two together.
Right. And so do you trade Steph Curry for a haul of draft picks and keep Clay and Draymond? Right? The obvious answer would be trade Draymond and keep Steph and Clay.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But who is going to trade for a triple single? Nobody's going to trade for a triple single. He's making $20-something million.
Right.
And he's going to get you 9, 8, and 5. I mean, come on. Who's trading for a guy? Who's going to pay a guy making $28 million and he's getting you 9 points and 7 rebounds?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, he played the same position as our best player.
Yeah. Hold on one second.
All right. Julian Blum is in the building. What's good? So the thing I'm telling Kev is this. Elite level centers are harder to find than elite level point guards, right? Think about this. Is it easier to find a 7-foot tall dude that can walk and chew bubblegum? Or is it at the same time? Think about this. A 7-foot tall dude, human being, a 7-foot tall human being that can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, or a 6'2" dude that can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time.
Yeah. Hey, I want to put something on your mind real quick. So I was going at it with your boy CP, the artist, last night on Twitter. Did I hook you up on that? I didn't.
You may have, man.
Okay. So I asked him, why do you continue to hate on the Knicks? Because he was going off on the Knicks pretty much. And the fans. So I said, why do you continue to hate on the Knicks and the Knicks fans? And he goes, why do you continue to be a low achiever? So I said, it's not low achieving, but Rome wasn't built in a day. Yes, the expectations have been raised now, thanks to this season with us, doubling our win percentage and us getting the 4 seed. So now I don't expect nothing else but, 4 and up pretty much.
Right.
All right. Okay. So I said, but you've got to be patient. And I know, that can forget that. You have to be patient. And I know we've been patient for many years, but this management team is different. So he goes, Knicks aren't building Rome. They have to build a championship caliber team, which I respect. That cliche is for losers who love to procrastinate. You're talking about how we're worth $4 billion. And I said, so what do you want? A championship just doesn't magically appear. It takes time. It takes hard work and a little luck. And he says, I don't care. I don't believe in luck. I believe in hard work. I said, well, that's what we're doing. So that's what I'm saying. A championship. He wants a championship, but it's not magically going to appear. It's going to take hard work. Am I right?
Yes. I agree.
Exactly. So, but that's what I was going back on him about. I mean, it was like, come on, man. I mean, really?
So CP the artist said he's not coming on. But so what?
Oh, yeah, so what? Yeah. I mean, I wanted him to try and, defend himself.
No, he don't have to, man. He good.
Yeah, so I mean, but the thing about it is, hey, what's up, AD?
Good morning, brothers.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, Carl Anthony Towns. I want him. What do you think, AD?
Okay. I want to go back.
He don't want him. He don't want him.
Yeah, I don't know what people have against. I don't know what people have against Caribbean players. People have these things against Caribbean players, bro. I don't get it. If you bro, I don't get it.
No, you will not. You will not change and reshape the narrative as you see fit, Freezie. You will not do that this morning. Okay, your team construction that you have been going on these rants the last several days, my brother, you need to sit down and to really go over your team construction ideas. And I'm going to go back to this Miles Turner thing here. I'm not going to let you off the hook with this. Okay.
Well, wait. Before you get into that, I have to ask you, Karl-Anthony Towns or Kevin Knox, who you taking?
Come on, that's a silly question.
I thought so. Keep going. Keep going.
Why are we off in the world of the city and the delusional this morning?
Keep going now. Keep going. I know your answer.
We're often, you saw I had to get with your boy yesterday.
That was funny.
Mr. Wendy's salad.
Oh, I heard about that. And I heard that AD took a Thomas Hearns type beating. Somebody told me that you took a Tommy the Get Hitman type beating.
No,
somebody lied to you.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he held his own.
Okay.
He held his own.
Lied to you. But here's the thing, my brother. There's only 3 centers from what you are talking about to build your team around. And G-Man and the centers that you are talking about, they're not going anywhere. This is not the 90s where you needed a tree stump like center to build your team around. Brother, you don't. Do I like Karl-Anthony Towns? Karl-Anthony Towns is a major talent. But whenever I see Karl-Anthony Towns, I get flashbacks to Charles Smith.
Wow. Really? Wow.
Whenever I see him, and I'm afraid that he comes here being from the area pretty much, and he's gone through some things in his personal life and so forth. We don't know how has he recovered, losing mom and other family members and things of that nature. Those things can really weigh on you for some time. I don't think that's the bag you go and get. So if that's the best of the would-be big men that you can actually pry, then your team construction theory falls. You have a problem against Miles Turner. I had to go back and look at his stats that you were quoting. And do you know you're quoting these stats of a man that was averaging 26 minutes? 26 minutes. The stats you're quoting are those of averaged of 26 minutes over his career.
Hey, so AD, have you ever been stuck in mud? And you know how when you hit the accelerator, all it does is get you bogged down even more?
Hell no. I always had a 4-wheel driver. Hell no.
Okay. Not me. Before recently, I can put my hands on what I can afford. I wasn't born in the bread, bro. I wasn't born with a gold watch. When I was a baby, I didn't have a gold watch on in my crib. So but here's the thing. Why is he playing 26 minutes on a team that doesn't have a backup center? Who's the Pacers backup center?
Well, let me answer. He's playing 26 minutes because they have, I don't want to call him a duplicate in their big guy, but they got a twin tower situation that doesn't really make any sense for them. And they're trying to force feed that. They have a lot of talent on that team, starting from their front court, but they got a center who can't shoot threes. They got another center who's playing alongside of him who not the greatest 3 shooter, but you know what? He can space the floor.
Wait, who are you talking about? Who you talking
Miles
about?
Turner.
Miles Turner. Who was you said Twin Towers? Who was the other guy?
Sabonis.
Oh, Sabonis. Okay.
You know,
All right.
so they're forcing their pieces together. I'm not saying I would give up the world for Miles Turner, but would I really investigate that situation? Yeah, I would. Because even in his limited minutes of time, 3.5 blocks per game, another stat you refuse to acknowledge in 26 minutes, in an average of 26 to 27 minutes.
No, I didn't. I talked to that already.
You know, young, can run,
Can jump,
can
space the
dominate.
floor.
Yeah, can space the floor, limitedly space the floor. I'm not gonna come out here and tell you that he's automatic threes and whatever, but can he shoot a three? Can he hit a three? Yeah. We have yet to see Mitch even take a 15-footer.
Right.
Let alone a 10.
Right, and that's my only complaint about Mitch. I mean, you're great all defensively, but shut up. What's name? I see you looking at me, G-Man. But AD, that's been my complaint about Mitch. He if he really wants that big contract, he's got to expand his game, because we're not going to give money just for. I mean, it's amazing how Gobert, got the money that that he has, and he has no offensive game.
But he's more than proficient at what he does.
Yeah, he's the gold standard defensively.
Yes.
Right. And we thought that Mitch was going to be that as well, but he needs to put in an offensive game, and he has to get an offensive game.
Right.
There's very few centers that can get away with what Gobert is doing.
Right.
But
Gobert can catch. Gobert can catch in traffic. That's the difference. Yeah, they create passing angles from every position on the floor. Joe Ingles can pass. Conley can pass. Spider can pass. Yeah. O'Neal can pass. All these guys create.
So what you're saying is they can give it to him without having to worry about, is he going to catch it?
They don't have to run a play for him. Their penetration sucks in defense, and they can bounce past to him and he can finish.
Right.
At all.
Right. And
what's good, brother? Come on in here, baby. What's good?
Don't let him in. Don't let him in. Lock the door. Lock the door. Lock the door.
Exactly 3 minutes, right? Because I got to jump on another conference call. But
quick. Great. Make it 2 minutes.
See, first of all, so the first thing I want to do is despair or disperse any of these rumors and innuendos that may be going on out there about the conversation that I had with AD yesterday. We had a very spirited conversation. You know what I'm saying? AD had a question, I responded, and we had a typical.
Did that happen somewhere else?
We weren't talking about you. We were talking about the other one.
Oh, ain't got nothing to do with that. Yeah, exactly. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Exactly. AD, my man, 50 grand and all, brother. You know what I'm saying? To Freezie's point, I posted in the chat earlier. There are levels to this center thing, right? So you have the elite of the elite that's going to be dominant, that we were hard pressed to try to get them prime up out of another team, and then you have that next tier down. So I think in this aspect right here, when you posted what you posted, Freezie, about why getting a dominant center makes Knicks an instant championship contender. Yeah. I think what people need to realize is what are we asking for at that position, and then what does the rest of the roster look like around that position? That's important as well.
Right.
So depending on how that's constructed and how that's built, I think that's going to be if we're moving away from a Mitchell Robinson, I think that's going to be the thought process of the front office. What does the rest of the roster look like, and who benefits in that particular system? Because somebody could be horrible in their current condition in which they play, but they can come here install in a whole different situation and excel. We just never know. We never know what that looks like. But if you guys are going to be on for a minute, I got 1 minute to get to another call, and I'll pop back in.
Yeah, make sure you wipe that oatmeal off your beard too. You know
what? I'm gonna need you to go take your medicine. Go take your medicine. And why on God's green earth are you sitting under a sign that says "wisdom to you"? And you I'm trying to figure out right now today. But anyway, peace, fellas. I'll see you in a bit. God bless.
Yeah.
Hey, and so what I'm saying is what I'm saying, AD, is this. I understand where you're coming from. And listen, trust me, brother, I'm not going to throw you away. Right? I understand the way you're thinking, but what I'm telling you right now is you are behind the curb when it comes to where the league is headed. And I know you think you're not. I know you think you're not. But I'm here to tell you that the league MVP is not a point guard. The league MVP is a center. Right?
You are correct.
Right. And also the team, when you watch the Atlanta Hawks versus the Philadelphia 76ers, you know what they have?
Yeah.
Dominant big men.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
I'm not knocking you. I'm not saying no, but you just can't just throw that out there like that. Look at Joker, right? Look at Joker. Have you ever seen a big that aware that can turn over his shoulder and go to either hand? The man is as slow as anything you've ever seen, can lead the break. They run their offense through him in a way the Knicks wish they ran their offense through Randall, right? Without any giddy up. Everything, left hand, right hand, can block a shot, can't jump, but what? Can rebound. He's not the norm. You're not getting guys like that coming out of college that can do what he can do. You're just not.
Do you think Wiseman could be that at Golden State?
I don't know. He's got a lot. I look at Wiseman and he reminds me of Bosch.
Really?
Yeah. I look at him and I get a Bosch feeling from him. And am I taking? I had this same argument, coming into the year, Embiid or Joker, and I'm like, is this a joke? Is it a trick question? I'm taking Joker every day over Embiid. Yeah. Every day.
Yeah. Hey, Freeze, your boy said you still living in 1986.
Man, he wasn't even alive in 1986. how he know what 1986 felt like?
CP,
but here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing. Jokic is not a unicorn. He is what centers used to do back in the day. Right? Back in the day, all these centers used to do these things. Right? Centers used to have a left hand and a right hand, be able to rebound, have post moves, have court vision from the post. You used to have to be able to do that stuff in order to play. But the point I'm getting at is this. Hey, Kev, I'm going to take you off real quick. So what I'm getting at is this. Out west, Rudy Gobert and Jokic are still alive. You know who else? DeAndre Ayton is still alive. Right? Right? And so what we're doing is, and you watched with your own eyes the Atlanta Hawks center dismantle our offense by himself because there was no offensive threat at the center position for us. So he didn't have to defend a soul.
Okay, to that point right there, to what you just said, Freezie, right? And we're playing Fantasy GM right now. I got Miles Turner on my team in the 5 spot. Can Quinn Capella camp down in the hole like that? No. I got Mitch Robinson in the 5 spot. Can Quinn Capella camp down in the hole like that? Yes. One can space the floor, one cannot. What I'm saying is, we may not be able to get the level of center that you're talking about because they just don't grow on trees anymore. Joker got drafted in the 2nd round.
Right. 2 picks behind us taking Clee Anthony early.
Yes.
And I know how good that makes you feel. You took a dude named Clee Anthony early instead of taking Jokic. What?
First time I saw him play, I was like, oh my God, you mean 30 some odd teams passed on this dude?
Right.
Because he looked like, and it's a lot of it is physical condition. He's like, the first time I saw, Gasol, not big brother, little brother. And I said, no, he's a weight conditioning program from being a really good big.
Right. But he had to commit.
Same thing with Joker. So said, so done. He committed to a weight conditioning program, and you see his natural skills that are flourishing every day. Like, you can run your offense to him, high post, pinch, doesn't matter. You know, he's gonna make the right play in moments when you really need for guys to be able to keep moving and to trust that he's gonna find them. That kind of center that you're talking about. Where are you finding that, Freezie?
In Minnesota.
Yeah. I'm trying to understand what Rob the Knick is saying. 7-year players versus 3.
He's saying that Mitchell Robinson will develop by his 7th year. He'll be something special too. That's what he's saying.
And you don't believe that? Do y'all believe that? Y'all don't believe that?
I believe so. So look at Denver's situation. Denver had 3 centers, right? They signed Mason Plumlee in free agency, and they drafted. I think they had JaVale McGee, and then they drafted 2 centers in the 2nd round, Jusuf Nurkic and Nikola Jokic, right? And Nurkic looked like the better player at first.
Yes.
Right. And people were like, why do the Denver Nuggets have 4 centers? Well, they didn't know they were going to have 4 centers. They thought they were going to have 2 NBA centers and 2 projects.
Right.
And what it wound up being is Nurkic's rebounding and defense and passing ability was so superior to anybody they had on the roster, they had to play him. But the fat guy had all these all-world skills, and he slowly worked himself into shape. But once he got into shape, you couldn't deny he was a great NBA player.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Undeniable.
How you say the proof is in the pudding? Yeah, that's the pudding right there.
Absolutely. The proof is in the vanilla pudding. Absolutely. Right. Undeniable. Right. And look, they lost like their 2nd best player. Had they missed the beat?
Nope.
You noticed that, right?
Have they missed the beat? See, this is where you're in team constructing, you know, other general managers, namely ours, have to look around and be like, well, maybe they may be willing to move Murray. You know, this is how you start looking, because Denver's sitting there, you know, they're continuing their express.
Right.
They're not thinking about Murray and his rehabilitation and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
He's just a man in street clothes.
I can wait. Okay, so I'm gonna pose the question that I posed to CP on Twitter last night. What do you want the management to do this summer? It's one thing to say you want to upgrade the roster. How do you want them to upgrade the roster?
I want them to, and I agonized over this a bit, and I brought this up during, you know, the Nick at Night podcast. I want them to move on from Randall.
Really?
I want them to move on from Randall. He makes the most money. And if you can get, I don't know, Fox, someone that's has more, can offer and balance the roster more. And this is no slight at Randall and the people who love Randall. I like Randall. Randall did a 720. You've heard me say that. Totally committed to his game and so forth. But again, it's about team construction. You know, like, what are we gonna sit Obi on the bench again?
Obi,
you know, like, how are we? Are we gonna come back with the same cast of characters with Randall leading the band again?
Well, what if he's surrounded? Hold on, guys. One second.
What are we talking about? Obi Toppin versus?
He asked me what would I want to management to do, and you know, you remember my analogies to Caesar, you know. Because you took out your blade and you stabbed him a few times as well. It's time to move on from Randall.
No, it ain't time to move on from Randall, bro.
Okay.
No, man, it's not time to move on from Randall, bro.
I was asked a question. I gave an answer.
Right. No, it ain't. I'm not ready, bro.
I know you're not ready. I know it hurts. I know it hurts. Again, this is in no way no slight on Randall and what he did for us this past year, because we should be forever grateful.
Right, because if we do that, if we go with your thinking, that's what's going to happen. We're the league, the fans, the media, they're all going to look at us and be like, how the hell do you trade your most improved player who's like your who got you there? How you just go out and just trade him?
LOL,
Let me give you a perfect analogy. Remember after Amari's first year, when Amari came here, this is not the first time we heard the Knicks are back. He said that, when he first came to the Garden, the Knicks are back. We got 3/4 of a season out of Amari. I'm not going to bring up everything else that happened and so forth and so forth. In the next year, going into the strike and the lockout, and what we got the one-time amnesty. Amari had a contract that we needed to amnesty. When I said it back then,
I agree with that. Yeah.
Knicks fans, how could you do this? No one wanted to take our money. Blah blah blah. This is not personal. This is business.
Right.
And at that time, you had young CP3. You had Dwight Howard. Starting to wanting out of Orlando. You had all these different maneuvers, but what did they do? They amnestied an expiring Chauncey Billups contract. And although I liked, the center that we got, the defensive, Chandler and so forth and so forth.
T1000.
Yes, T1000. I like Chandler and, played his worst game against Indiana and against, Higgins and,
Bro, come on, man. He was hurt. Randall's not hurt.
Randall's been healthy.
I'm not killing him, but
Randall wasn't hurt. T1000 was hurt. Okay.
T1000 was hurt, but Freezie, I watched that game, or YouTube has a lot of those pieces of that game the other day. And I'm going to tell you something. Roy Hibbert did a KD step back, roll around Tyson Chandler left hand layup. And I was like, okay, this is why I didn't want what's the name back here in our coaching, in our building.
Mike Woodson. This is
what Woodson. It brought back all those memories again, and I had to quickly cut it off because I felt myself losing it. I said, you know what? But my point, is that we should have moved on from Amari at that time, because he gave us the best he had on a 5-year contract. We only saw 3/4 of one season, and every time he came back, what did he do? Injured himself,
but he
in the playoffs.
Okay, so how does that compare to what Randall is? Because he hasn't been injured at all.
Yes, but in team construction, because look at what you had. You had 26-year-old Melo, okay, a guy who's supposed to be his running man, who's hurt, can't depend on him, right? For different reasons, it makes better to balance the roster with something else. Randall's not hurt, whatever. Randall's just ineffective for what you're gonna need going forward.
How's he ineffective? How's he ineffective?
Because Randall right now has the ball in his hand whenever, however. Okay.
Well, he's the only one because we have no other talent other than him.
Okay. How do you know he can blend his game in? Let's say you get a CP3. Let's say you get a Lowry at some point, a real general, a Dame. Okay. Now you're talking about him off the ball, without the ball in his hand.
But you don't think that he will give, knowing these guys, he won't give them the respect. He won't You're saying that he won't mesh with these guys? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it's a big policy. It's a big. Yeah, I'm saying he may not mesh with these dudes because his game right now is predicated to him disseminating, him giving everything off.
Well, he meshed well, even though he's past his prime, but he meshed well with Rose when Rose was in there. That's one of the reasons why Tibbs made the switch.
Hey, so the title of tomorrow's Knicks Morning Drive is going to be "Put Derrick Rose on a Rocket and Blast Him Out of the Universe."
You're too funny. You're bad. You're bad. You're bad. You're bad.
So listen. So the title of tomorrow's KMD is "If Uncle Freezie never sees Derrick Rose in a Knicks uniform again, he'll be okay."
Freeze, you are the emperor, man. You're Darth Sidious.
No,
yes,
man.
No, man. You was preaching you was giving him his flowers. You was giving him his flowers.
until we got what we wanted. We got Derrick Rose as a starter at point guard, and he started 2 games and got hurt.
Yeah,
2 games. Cornerstone Kev.
I can't argue with that. I cannot argue with that.
He hid his injury when we could have been playing Frank Ntilikina.
Now here you go.
No.
Now you're
trying to rile up.
I see for the record.
You see what you do for attention, Freezie. Now you're trying to rile up Kev.
So I didn't say anything yesterday or today about him. Right or wrong, AD? Right or wrong?
I don't care.
Thank you.
I don't care. I don't care. This ain't the Cornerstone Kev show.
As a matter of fact, I had him on a trade debt. What did I say? I said I'll take Kelly Oubre.
Why do I have to rile up Cornerstone Kev? What do I get out of that? I don't get nothing out of that. What I'm saying is,
you know what you was doing. You know what you was doing. You know the
I don't have to rile up.
You threw a bomb. You put a bomb on me.
AD, watch this. You see how easy that is?
How you gonna do that to my man?
What I'm telling y'all is I don't have to rile up. I respect Cornerstone Kev. And I love having him. And listen, on whether it's social media or in text messages or whatever, he's my guy. But when I say we could have used Frank Ntilikina's defense on Trae Young, it's not about Cornerstone Kev. It's about us winning playoff games.
I was preaching that. I totally agree with you. But we got the coach. He got the coach of the year for a reason.
Bro,
I guess he knows more than I do.
What I'm saying is Tibbs did not want to start Derrick Rose. And it's clear because we wanted Tibbs to start Derrick Rose. And I don't mean me personally, but I'm saying as a collective. We wanted Elfrid Payton to be on the bench since February.
I'm not a part of that collective. I did not want him to start Derrick Rose.
Right. And Derrick Rose started 2 games and got hurt.
Yeah. My thing was, if you're going to start him, I told if you're going to start him, you have to replace him with another player because you took him off of the second unit. So you had to put a body in there, and he didn't do that. He just took out Peyton, and that was it. He didn't replace him.
Right.
Yes.
When he could have used Frank Ntilikina's defense on Trae Young.
Correct.
And Emmanuel's offense, Quickly's offense against Trae Young.
Exactly.
That was what I was trying to get to before you cut me off. What I'm saying is he could have
cut you off.
Yeah. Because AD, you can't say that Emmanuel Quickly would not have scored some on Trae Young. Because Trae Young is the worst defender in the NBA.
But he never tried to attack Trae Young. It's not about
Nobody did.
But he didn't have any kind of schemes where you're putting mismatch for Trae Young at all. I think I saw Burks do it once or twice, and I might have seen, if I remember, RJ do it once, or maybe it was someone else. So That's coaching philosophy right there. He didn't do it at all. He didn't try to get a mismatch with Randall on Trae Young, or making the other coach have to counter his move. He stayed to that. So when I heard you the other day with the topic of is Tibbs the right coach for this organization or whatever, we don't know going forward. He may just be the guy to get us to the next guy.
AD, you gotta give Tibbs some Jimmy and Joe's, because Tibbs used the X's and O's, and it didn't work. He don't have any Jimmy. Dog, for 80% of the season, your lineup was Elfrid Payton, R.J. Barrett, Reggie Bullock, Julius Randle, and Nerlens Noel.
Okay, here was my argument going into
Not
that.
80, I'll say about 50. I said because Mitch started some games too.
Okay, here was my argument going into that final game and that quagmire third quarter, which was continuity. Even though Elfrid wasn't playing well, the couple of minutes he went out there with the same regular team, same team, whatever. There's something to be said about continuity, because Randall was used to him being in a certain place, certain time, certain space, and so forth. When he went for the dramatic move, he could never go back to that.
Right.
I saw that man in that third quarter, and I've pointed this out to you several times, Freezie. He stood there with his arms folded and his hair falling out, and he refused. With the same starting five, we went from halftime being down 4. He stood there watching the lead get bigger and bigger and bigger, and stayed with that starting five. If we're talking about Burks, we're talking about Quickly or whatever, he made no change when the season was slipping away. Right. How is a coach that we can necessarily say on the fly will make a change because a change is needed? That was stubborn. He's stubborn. That was Riley John Starks-ish.
Yeah, he was stubborn. He's stubborn.
Okay?
Who you talking about? The coach of the year?
Yeah. He's stubborn.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You knew it. You heard me, Freezie. I saw your neck and your head go. Yeah.
No. Contemplating, listening, taking in the info, taking it in. That's what I was on. I was listening to you.
I touched the nerve. I saw it. I saw the. I took you back to '94 because you was in front of your TV saying the same thing. Put in Hubert Davis. Put in.
No. AD. He said Rolando Blackman. That's what he said.
Anybody.
Yeah, Rolando Blackman. Because Hubert Davis. Hey, y'all ever saw that movie Life?
Yes.
When Ray called Claude soft.
Yes.
Like, you heard me. You are SOF capital T. That's what he called Claude soft. Yeah, Hubert Davis was SOF capital T. So yeah, but my thing is though, my thing is this: if you go out and get a offensive center or a all-around center, none of that other stuff happens. You don't double team Julius Randle if you have a Karl Anthony Towns.
That's true.
You don't. So that eliminates this whole thing of hey, Julius Randle processes stuff too slow. You hear Knicks fans, man. Hey. So I compare it to this one year, and if there are Steelers fans in the house, just close your ears. Just take each index finger. I'm a Steelers fan right here. Just take your index finger and put it and close your ears, because I'm gonna say this right. So there was one year that at receiver the Steelers had Mike Wallace.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right? And then something happened the next year where somebody was hurt and the other two had left. Right? It was like the gap year before Antonio Brown broke out and was the man. Right?
Yeah.
So they had a whole bunch of dudes. Darius Hayward-Bay, whole bunch of dudes. The dude from Clemson that couldn't stop smoking weed that got suspended 1,000 times, and so the receivers they put on the field could not get open, and Ben was used to at the snap it being a jailbreak because Emmanuel Sanders could get open, boy. Mike Wallace was so fast. Antonio Brown could get open. So Ben, as soon as he got the ball, he was like, which guy do I pick to throw to? Everybody is wide open, and I got all this blocking. The following year, 2 dudes left in free agency, and 1 dude was hurt. And now you got dudes out there named CP the Artist who look good in the uniform, but he's slow and unathletic. You know what I'm saying? So you got CP the Artist out there running routes, but he's slow and unathletic, and he got hands like Nerlens Noel. And Ben, like, I ain't throwing over there. So Ben keep getting sacked. Yeah. So Ben keep getting sacked. And they're like, why Ben getting sacked?
Because he had an offensive line.
Ben holding the ball too long. No, bro. Ain't nobody getting open. Y'all blaming Ben for getting some. How about get some people that get open? Right? And so Julius Randle is in the same thing. The double team come, and he holding it, waiting on Reggie Bullock to do something. Waiting for Nerlens Noel to do something. Waiting on Alfred Payton to do something. And then y'all like, why is he not passing? Bro, really? Are you going to pass the ball out to Nerlens Noel for 3? What about Alfred Payton for 3? Really? And Knicks fans that don't know basketball, they constantly say the same thing. The ones that don't know basketball, if you can't throw the ball to a covered receiver. Hello?
You said Nerlens Noel and Alfred Payton.
Yeah. And Knicks fans keep beating the same drum. They're like, but Julius Randle hold the ball too long. Really? Who's he gonna pass to?
Especially with RJ and Reggie Bullock are getting
right.
double team too.
Right.
Let me ask you something, Freezie.
That was a good one. I like that.
Does Golden State pass the ball to Draymond Green?
Yeah.
Because he's a playmaker. He's a playmaker. Wait. Let me ask you this. Is Draymond Green a former All-Star, former NBA champion? What about Reggie Bullock? Is Reggie Bullock that?
No. Wait, see, but he had to get there.
Oh, okay.
He didn't come out. He didn't come out the womb a former this, former that. He had to get there. My point is, even when he was going through that last run that they had, and he had a bad offensive production season for him, whatever. But when it came to that Portland series, when they had to utilize him to run the offense and whatever, the ball was like hot potato. It never stuck with him. He never tried to do something that he couldn't do. Because why? It wasn't for the benefit of the team. He stayed to the team principles.
Right.
I made this point to you before. The very first play of that Atlanta series, Julius trapped himself.
Right. I remember that.
In the corner.
I remember that.
Himself.
But they showed him the double team. They showed him a double team coming from up top. But actually, the double team was coming from across the paint. Right. And Julius Randle back. He backed away from it and backed right into a trap. And, and that was Trae Young. Trae Young showed him his chest. Right. And when I mean show him his chest, I mean Trae Young turned to him. It did like, you know what I'm saying? So Julius Randle thinks Trae Young is coming. He back away. Actually, Clint Capella is coming. But Julius Randle, you don't back away. You don't back your dribble into a corner.
Okay.
That's basketball 101.
Especially when you left-handed and you can't see the other side of the floor because you have to turn and pivot. Gentlemen, I got to run. Freezie, I'll be back on later on tonight. But if you guys are still on, y'all already know what it is. Knicks family for life. Love you, dudes. Peace.
Love you too, bro. Yeah, all right, later. Yeah, man.
So I'm putting Derrick Rose on a rocket and sending him to Venus. Not even Mars. I'm sending him to Venus, bro.
I got no words for you. Got no words whatsoever.
Because he could have said, Coach, I'm hurt. And what happened is we could have played Frank for defense and quickly for offense. Yeah. And he didn't say a thing. because he was afraid of the narrative.
Well,
you started Derrick Rose and he got hurt. He was afraid of the narrative. And you know what happened? You started Derrick Rose and he got hurt.
Well, bro, that's going to be his Achilles heel of being stubborn. That's going to be his Achilles heel of being stubborn.
I'm not saying I hate Derrick Rose.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not. But when I'm talking about the coach being stubborn.
Tibbs.
Tibbs. He's not going to change on the fly because that's not who he is.
Right.
That's not who he is. Now I wish that his coaching staff will put more ideas in his head that, hey, we need to try this right here. You know, honestly, I know AD, doesn't care for him all that much, but I wish Woody would have been still with us, because I think he probably would have been able to install some ideas into his mind.
But they did stuff though, Kev. They did in the pick and roll instead of the cutters starting on the baseline and running the baseline. What they did is started the cutters from up top.
Mm-hmm.
People you got to look at the new one. You can't just look at what happens on the ball. You have to look at the off the ball actions. You can't say Tibbs didn't make adjustments if you're only looking at one spot in the offense.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. All right. No, go ahead.
So for instance, right? For instance, you can have your cutters start on the baseline, go to the corner, and run the baseline, right? And what that does is it forces the center that's playing center field, so to speak, look at the ball and the cutters. That way, if he focuses on the ball, he can get backdoored. You can backdoor a guy with a pass, right? A backdoor lob, right? They cut that off because Capella didn't have to acknowledge an offensive center, right? So they started the actions up top, up higher, right? But Clint Capella didn't have to move. You know why? Because the guy setting the screen was not a threat at the basket, right? And so when they ran the pick and pop with Julius Randle went to the high post, his favorite spot. Clint Capella didn't even have to move his feet. He didn't even have to move because Julius Randle went back to the same spot that was game planned for, right? Man, we saying Tibbs didn't make adjustments, bro. It's like it's like you sitting at your job not being productive and think you're gonna stay there. You think your boss gonna let you stay there and make money and you not produce? Come on, bro. I know you're a producer. You're a producer, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I know a little something about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I was licensed once. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know the game. I know the game a little bit. I was,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the thing is, nobody's gonna let you sit there and not do nothing and make all this money, right? To say Tibbs just sat there and did nothing is crazy.
Right. Exactly. Hey, yo, I'm gonna get back. If you're still on within the next hour or so, I'm gonna hit you back. All right.
I ain't gonna be on for the next hour or so. I'm gonna say
I didn't think so.
I'm gonna say this last little bit about Karl Anthony Towns, and I'm gonna bounce, right? And I'm gonna just say this real quick while you're here, right? Why you getting out? Why you leaving?
Yep.
Why you leaving? So Karl Anthony Towns, I don't think he'll cost that much. I think you could get away with 3 first-round picks and 3 pick swaps and 2 young players. Who those young players are, I am 100% certain.
You don't know?
No, I am 100% certain that they're going to want Mitch. Do I want to trade Mitch? No. Is Mitch a deal breaker? I say yes. But if we're looking at championship or bust, you got to include Mitch. And they probably going to want quick. And they probably going to want quickly.
You got it.
And I love quickly.
I hope not. That one, I hope not.
Yeah. Right. Because quickly is
here.
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. If they want quickly, we better find somebody else to get, to replace him.
Right. I like quickly. I don't want them to trade quickly. I think quickly and RJ are the back of the future. You know what I mean? I don't want to trade quickly.
Thank you. They are quote unquote. They are quote unquote my cornerstones.
Right.
Because I did have Mitch as a cornerstone, but if you're bringing Towns into the equation, then I could depart with that. I can depart with that.
Right. So yeah, man.
Rob the Knicks said, "Put me in, please."
hey, Rob the Knicks. We only got like a few minutes,
but I got to get off, so I'm gonna. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Ken.
I'm gonna talk to you in a few. Okay.
All right,
bro. Love you.
All right. Yeah. So the thing is, you have to pay to play, and I understand that. When you go to Vegas and you gamble, you got to bring money with you. You just can't get in there and win Vegas money and not bring no money. Right? But the thing is, they say don't get attached to players, but I'm a fan. And people say, are you a fan of the team or a fan of the players? Well, that's crazy because you can't be a fan of the team if you're not a fan of the players. It's just what it is. Rob the Nick, what's good? What's good, OG?
What's going on my morning jog though? But I had to stop the walk for a minute just to get a couple of words in.
Yeah, man.
What's good in the neighborhood?
Hey, man. So we talking about why getting a dominant center makes the Knicks an instant championship contender.
Yeah. I've been keeping up. What y'all was talking about. I had my point is like when you're talking about like Randall and you talking about things that Draymond do and things like that, they team chemistry is kind of different. Right. The reason why right now that I'm looking at Chris Paul so good that he's playing well, because he's the point guard that the league forgot about as far as a real point guard that makes a team run.
Right.
Not a position. When you put Draymond Green with Golden State, what you're really doing is this here. Curry's going to always be open. Clay going to be open. So that opens the floor for him to make Draymond to make decisions. Julius doesn't have that option.
Right.
Because he doesn't have the shooters.
Right.
So therefore, he struggles like that. Now, they tried to make him that, and it's not that he's not smart enough as far as I'm concerned. It's the point that he just doesn't have the talent to hit the shots.
Right.
For the others to hit the shots. And we don't have a real point guard anyway.
Right.
So all the pressure really does fall on him. But like you said, we need pros over Joes.
Right.
Tibbs did this with a bunch of Joes.
Right.
Give him some pros because it's nobody in our chat or on our panel could have ticked the Knicks and did what Tibbs did.
Right.
So when you start critiquing and saying what you would have done, what if what you would have done wouldn't have worked?
Right.
Then what you would have done?
Right.
What's your next step? It's easy to say put Frank in. He could have did this or, replace the position and do it like that. That's easy to say. But what if that didn't work? All you can say is that, okay, well, we explored all options and we still lost. Right. What Tibbs did was put the best talent that he thought that he had on the floor.
Right.
And he's seen what happened. It didn't work. And he was fine with it at the end because he had Joes over pros.
Right.
Now, when they improve the roster, the coaching is going to improve. Just like that.
Right.
Tibbs will take it to the next level.
Right.
And that's all everybody really needs to understand, Dumping on the Knicks because they won 40 games and lost in 5.
Right.
So what? Let's see what we do to improve the roster. That's where everybody. And as far as like Miles Turner, you don't want to do that.
Right.
The only thing that made sense is what you said. Now, if you're going to do something and you're going to get Cat, okay. But there's not a whole bunch of jokers just running around.
Right.
And people can't second guess. He was a second round pick. Why didn't we get him? Why didn't Charlotte get him? Why didn't Chicago get him? You can say that all day long.
All day.
You know, obviously, Denver scouted all 4 of those centers overseas.
Right.
And they knew that it was a jewel in one of them.
Right.
They didn't know which one. We quickly know which one now, don't we?
Yeah.
And all the rest of them on other teams.
Right.
So, you know, it's like pulling teeth right now.
Right.
It is what it is. We all know we need a point guard. And then you don't have to have Randall making plays.
Right.
But as far as thinking that Randall can't make plays, yes, he had a lot to chew on. You see that Draymond Green stats went down when Clay left.
Right.
He wasn't an all-star when Clay was hurt.
Right. And they
You know what I'm saying?
And they didn't win championships.
That's right. That extra shooter was not there.
Right.
That extra shooter was not there. So he suffered. He
Right.
turned the ball over. Julius Randle ran the same thing that he did this year, and Julius Randle's stats was better than Draymond Green's.
Right.
But people don't see that. They just remember the championship Draymond Green, not Draymond Green without the talent.
Right.
That makes a whole difference. That makes a whole difference, and that's what they need to know.
Right. That's so for the record, that's the reason why I mentioned if you're going to go all out for a center, you got to go all out for the best. Right. And the reason why you go all out for the best center is because you can get a point guard, because point guards are more readily available to attain as opposed to the rare breed of center. They're not that readily available.
Yeah, but it depends. Like, you got 3 type of centers that you can win with. Every center we talking about right now, that's in the playoffs right now, neither one of them had one yet. Joker ain't one. Right. Ayton ain't one, and Embiid ain't one. Capella. You know, and if Milwaukee Bucks came up and didn't just say all of a sudden they win, do everybody now need a Brook Lopez?
Right, right.
You know, so it's all depends on how your team is built. Because if you got a floor general, you don't need your power forward to make plays, and right. Chris Paul has proven that. Right. He's the floor general. Right. And everybody is, they squashing on the real point guard now.
Right.
But it always going to come back to real basketball.
Yep.
And if Chris Paul is in the finals against Jokic, against Milwaukee, or the Nets, it's going to be the point guards there that determines what happens. Because you're going to have Holiday, you'll have Kyrie, and you'll have Chris Paul.
Right. So
you got 3 point guards out there that's running teams versus 3 centers. I mean, 2 center, 1 center that's really running the team, but the other 2 is dominant or so-called dominant.
Right.
But the least dominant center, Phoenix has, as far as the cachet of the rest of the centers.
Yeah, where he ranks versus now, others. Yeah.
Yeah, we just got to sit back and see what happens.
Right.
But I got to hit this hill, Freezie. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna keep on listening.
All right, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. All right, boss.
All right.
So the deal with Karl Anthony Towns. Well, before I go into Karl Anthony Towns, let me address what that Nick Ewan said. The center game is over. It's all about guard play in the 2020s, Uncle Freezie. Why don't you understand that? Because I just watched the league award its league MVP award to a center. And don't be trying to tell me, oh, he's a unicorn. No, that dude is a fat dude that's out of shape, that's very skilled. Don't try to play me, bro. I know what I'm looking at. The dude is very skilled. He's not an athletic freak. Don't y'all can miss me with this everybody who puts up good numbers is a unicorn. No. Everybody that puts up good numbers is not a unicorn. Y'all know what a unicorn is? Y'all know what a unicorn is? And people are like, oh, Giannis is a unicorn. Really? Oh, Porzingis is a unicorn. Y'all remember that? Remember KD was like, yeah, Giannis is a unicorn. I mean, Porzingis is a unicorn. Y'all remember that? Nah.
Freezie, good morning, my brother.
Hey, what's up, boss? Yo, y'all get good. Man, y'all get them likes up. We got 57 likes. Come on, bro. Y'all got Uncle Freezie in here sweating. Y'all got Jay-Z in the building. The Rock.
It's The Rock. I'm just getting up too. That's funny. Got Freezie in the morning, man. Freezie in the morning can't get no better, man.
What's good? Yeah, man.
It's good, man.
Yo, so I read your point guard comment, bro. You wrong. You must just now be waking up. Bro.
No, I mean I just got on the show, so I didn't know what y'all was talking about prior, but it sounded like it was a good debate this morning.
Yeah, man. And so when I come on, y'all know when I come on, I don't come on to debate with people, man. I just be wanting to introduce a topic and have us have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Bodega Wi-Fi, what's good?
I mean, my opinion is like, okay, like again, well, you mentioned that you want Cat, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm all for it, but my only thing is, somebody got to set him up.
Right.
He can go out there. He can get his buckets. He's a top 5, top 10 big man. He's solid. He can't, like, somebody got to put him in a position to score. And as you can see with Randall got to be put in a position to score too. Randall can't do it. He's just not a first option. That's the most you're gonna get out of him is just relegating him to a third option. Towns could be a second option, but he could be a first, second, but they need a point guard to set them up. I noticed that with the Knicks. They get all these players, even the role players. They had good role players.
Right.
These guys need somebody to set them up, man. That's all it is. We need a fluid offense. That's all it is.
I would say this to that. You can, for instance, I think a Damian Lillard and Mitchell Robinson combination is not as good as a Karl Anthony Towns and a Chris Paul. I think Karl Anthony Towns and Chris Paul is better than Damian Lillard.
I mean, I would have to agree
Robinson.
with you. I would have to agree with you on that one because Chris Paul gonna get more out of Towns than Damian Lillard and we'll get out of Towns.
And Mitch. I'm
Mitch.
sorry. No. I'm sorry. I think CP3 gets more out of Karl Anthony Towns and Julius Randle than Damian Lillard gets out of Mitchell Robinson.
Of course, because he's gonna be looking for them every time. Of course. The thing is with Chris Paul is a guard that's gonna tell her he's gonna look at Randle and he's gonna look at Towns and he's gonna say, "Yo, come in and set me a screen. Come in and get me." He's gonna put them to work, but he's also gonna put them in positions to score. But
right.
that's what a commanding point guard does. We don't run pick and roll here, so a lot of guards that people mention, they're not gonna ask for no screens. Like, well, okay, let me not say that. But a lot of guys like Lonzo Ball, for one. I don't mean to just throw that out there, but a lot of people like Lonzo. I don't see Lonzo telling Randall, "Yo, come give me a screen." He might, but I more so see that with Chris Paul and Damian Lillard. I also see them just vocal guys that they're gonna tell guys, "Yo, come here."
Man, Cullen, you blew up my point, though, bro.
Oh, my
fault.
Totally
you totally annihilated my point.
Well, that's good then.
Hey, so it's good for you because you got a W. But the thing is I wanted to mention that you've seen Chris Paul operate at a high level with talented power forward and center combinations.
Yes. Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. Yes.
You've seen it, right?
Yes.
If you have a talented power forward and a talented center, Chris Paul can elevate their game to the next level.
Yes, he can.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you seen Damian Lillard elevate anybody's game to the next level?
No.
People are always like Damian Lillard needs help. Oh, he needs more help on the roster. And no matter who you get for him, he does not make cats better. Right. He doesn't. Nah. You saw Chris Paul go to the Oklahoma City Thunder, bro, and make them relevant.
Right.
Oklahoma City.
I have to agree.
I mean, come on. Cat and Chris Paul wins us a championship with Julius Randle and RJ.
I mean, I'm not against it.
Because Randle falls into that third option, which a lot of people say is best fits him. RJ Barrett gets to come along slow and gets to take over the team year by year and not be thrust prematurely into that role. By the time Chris Paul leaves, RJ be the man.
Yo, don't forget to throw a wing in there. Hopefully we'd have a wing in that mix. But yes, I gotta agree with you, Freezie. Chris Paul, he would get more out of a big man with no offensive game, like a less offensive game than Towns.
Right.
He would just lob city, or he would just put him in a position to score every time. But a big man that can score, that's a plus for Chris Paul.
And listen, and I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a big guy, right? I'm a big man, right? And I used to go to parties and stuff. I used to think I was fresh.
Right.
I go, you know what I'm saying? Go get, you know what I'm saying? Go to the mall or whatever, get something fly. And go to the party, whatever. Where the party at? You know what I'm saying? Go to the party. And it'd be dudes like, you know, dudes to be around. And they have all this, you know, jewelry and blingy, all, you know what I'm saying? They got on like $4,000 worth of jewelry on. And you know what I'm saying? For me, I was like, wow, man, they got this dude must have on like $4,000 worth of jewelry. And for those that come from humble beginnings like myself, $4,000 is a lot of money, bro.
A lot of money.
So anyway, you get one. But I would get out on the floor and dance. And you know what that jewelry looked like compared to a big guy that can dance? Can you imagine you go to the party and Heavy D is in there dancing? Where all the girls gonna be at? Are they gonna be with the dude with all the jewelry? They're gonna be with, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be with Nino Brown and Heavy D. That's the question. You know what I'm saying? Probably Nino Brown. But Heavy D is in the building. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm getting at is this. CP3 or some combination, some point guard organically makes the Knicks better by having Cat and Julius Randle together. If you bring in Damian Lillard and keeping Mitch, you don't do no better. You got a point guard that likes to shoot and a point forward that likes to run point guard.
Right.
You only have one basketball, bro.
That's a fact. But I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, my only thing is, I just know, in this off season we need to prioritize that position, man, that point guard position. So, like I said, today's NBA, we need some speed, we need pace, we need athletic, we need a lot of things, man. The Knicks need a lot of things, man. Tibbs can't go. We can't win with this, and nothing against your point. I'm not. This ain't even a knock at your point. I'm just saying we can't win with like old guys with boxing with old boxers stamina. Like we just can't win with those type of guys. Like I mean, I'm not against Chris Paul though. I don't even mind Chris Paul, but in general, like Tibbs likes, he likes his veterans, but we ain't gonna win with. We can win with veterans, but you can't he has to adapt. But that's just on Tibbs. It's a Tibbs thing. Congrats to him on his award, but
Right. Hey, so I'll put it even to you like this. Say we making a record, right? Say we making a track, right? And we all sitting in the room and we hear the beat. And it's gonna be you, right? Jay-Z and Nas couldn't make it. So they grabbed Uncle Freezie, Cornerstone Kev, and Hoodie Kev. And our energy is up. Now, our energy is up. But lyrically, we garbage. Right? Lyrically, you asking me to write a rap, bro? I ain't gonna write no rap, but my energy would be there. I'll be like, yeah! You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ad-lib everybody to death. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm a ad-lib like crazy. CWC was good.
CWC. What's going on, Uncle Freezie? What's good, man?
What's good?
What's good, everybody?
Hey, but Cully,
hey,
listen,
y'all
man.
think we...
Oh, go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, you good.
Okay. So I was telling Cully, like when he laid down his verse, everybody's like, "Oh, that was fire!" and then I come up behind you talking about peanut butter jelly and hoopties. People are like, "Oh, that just wasn't it." You know what I'm saying? But then everybody gonna be like, "Well, Cully is the featured artist. Cully trash. Why Cully ain't lift them dudes up? Cully, why you put them dudes on the song?" Cully. And Cully like, yo, these are my guys. I can't talk trash about them. These are my guys. I can't talk trash about them. But I do need some more. I wish Jay-Z would have showed up. I wish Nas would have showed up.
You like my lineup? You like my lineup?
I see. I got it up there. You see it? Is that the one? No. Oh, no. This ain't the one.
You like
Cat, Lillard, RJ, Randall, Powell, or Trent? Which one do you want, Powell or Trent?
I like both, man. I can't decide. I'll take Powell.
Not me either.
I like both, man. Sure, we can get. We have the money to get both. Why not go for both?
Right. I feel you.
Get them role players up, man. We need making upgrades anyway.
Yes. Hey, CWC. So what did we? Oh, but Cully, you missed my point. Your name is on the song.
Nah,
right?
I got your point. I got it.
And the song pop. And you like, but everybody be like, well, Cully's verse was fire. His production
How come their
was fire.
verse was fire? Yeah, I got your point. You saying why he didn't lift them dudes up? Yeah, I get what you're saying. So you
but they gonna blame Cully.
So you're using like a Dame analogy right now?
No, I'm using a Julius Randle analogy.
Oh, Julius, why he ain't lift them guys up?
In the playoffs, yeah.
I mean, I don't know, Freezie.
Cully, I'm blaming you though. I'm blaming you because your name is on.
I'll get Powell. I'll throw Powell and get Garrett Trent off the bench.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm with that too.
We could get both. We could get both.
We could get both.
Yeah.
But to answer your thing, Freezie, no, I would probably if you rocking with me, if you said if you rocking with me, if you my homie and you come out selling trash, yeah, I should get blamed for not lifting you up. In a sense. Right. In a sense, yeah.
But my energy is up though when I'm feeling it. I'm bought into it.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you come to me, you be like, yo, I can't really talk trash about Uncle Freezie because he's been supporting me, man. He gave it his all, man, but it was just whack. You know what I'm saying?
So are you using that to refer to like what, Derrick
Randall.
Rose? Like you had energy like Derrick Rose, and
Bullock and Taj, yeah. Taj played with a broken face, bro. Remember early in the season? Taj had a broken face. He put a mask on.
Taj had goggles on, whatever it was.
Yeah. Hey, so back on Knicks Fanatic.
Yeah, Taj could be the backup.
Yeah. Obi Cat is 10 times better than Randall Mitch. Hashtag Knicks fix. I feel him on that.
I ain't gonna front though. I like Obi, man. Obi got promise, man. I mean, he gave me faith after the playoffs, man. He gave me faith.
Right. But my thing is, like with the Randall thing, Randall didn't lift everybody up, and Randall got the blame. And Cully's song that we put so much money into didn't make a dime. People say Cully kind of let us down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So let me not to cut you off. So if we also put energy in the Cully song, you saying like invested in Cully song too?
Nah, we gonna blame the producer. We're gonna blame the producer, Tom Thibodeau, and we're gonna blame Cuddy as Julius Randle.
Okay.
Hey, Cully, your joint is whack, but the guys went hard. That's what we doing to Julius Randle and Tibbs right now.
Nah, I give them their credit, but playoffs is different, man. So I give them their credit. I love Tibbs. I love Randall, but playoffs is a different breed, man.
I feel you.
Randall, like I always, not to go off topic, but I've been thinking about Allen Iverson's playoff run in the East, and he was smaller, and the East was a little more competitive in the early 2000s, and he made a push to the finals. It was just he was the only offensive weapon on that team. He had guys that would step up, but he was the only offensive weapon. You know, he had an old Mutombo on there, but anyway, AI was the engine to that team. Without AI, they don't make it through the Raptors. They don't make it through the Pacers. They don't make it through the Bucks, right? Because those teams were tough teams. They wasn't no slouch teams, and that man would score in any way. I mean, I guess you could say, granted, his shots was falling, unlike Randall's, but that man wouldn't settle just for jumpers. That man would get into the paint and cause havoc. AI was he was a terrorizer, 6-foot dude that was terrorizing. And instead, that was Trae Young to us, except minus the playmaking, because AI didn't. I mean, he would play make, but he was looking to get his buckets, and that's the thing. Everybody knows AI for having heart. 6 feet tall, 5'11", whatever you want to call it. The man had heart. And my thing is with Randall, I love Randall, but he didn't make the Hawks break a sweat. The Hawks didn't break a sweat against us, man. And I looked at the game. Did you see the game last night, Freezie? Philly and Atlanta?
Yeah.
And you see these guys. I mean, okay, Philly have more than we do. We don't have we don't have a Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid he dunked on.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said we don't. The Knicks, we don't. Oh, I know you want me to say it again. We don't have what Philly has. We don't have an Embiid. Embiid dunked on Capella last night and looked him right in his face. That's what I wish we had. He looked him right on his face.
When I said, hey, do you remember when Karl Anthony Towns punched Joel Embiid in the jaw? You remember that?
Yeah.
Cat was like, Cat is soft, but Cat punched Joel Embiid in the jaw, bro. And we're sitting here like, I don't want to trade draft picks for Karl Anthony Towns. What are we talking about?
Right. I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind it, man. I wouldn't mind it. But it's just Embiid, and they also have a Dwight Howard, to back up the Embiid. So
yes,
I was looking at the run they made in the fourth quarter. They had one because once Capella had to sit, they had Dwight Howard in there. They had no one to stay. John Collins didn't know what to do with Dwight.
Man, come on, bro.
If we had that could have made such a difference, man. Like, but I was happy to see that though. As a Knicks fan that lost to the Hawks, I was happy to see Embiid just punch it and then just look at him. Look right in his face after he dunked on him. Capella didn't break a sweat against us either. They didn't break sweats against us. Nobody in the Hawks broke a sweat against us, man. Only sweat they got was from. We basically was sparring partners for them in that first round. And I don't like it either. I just didn't like it, man.
Right.
Freezie. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, so let me do this real quick. So D Block, thank you for the super chat. I can only dominate. I can only donate in green. Much respect to you. I want to see New York win because of the show. That's real love right there. That's real love right there. Hey, Cully, I got to get out of here, bro.
Oh, okay, you out. It's all good, brother.
I gotta run. I gotta run. So no Knicks at Night podcast tonight. And no Knicks at Night podcast Thursday night.
It's not tonight?
Nah. Cause City for Real and City for Real and Hoodie Cav have scheduling conflicts. So we can't, so we won't be able to do it.
Damn, I was looking forward tonight, but it's all good, man.
Yeah. Oh, I got one tomorrow. I got a KMD for tomorrow morning.
All right, tomorrow morning.
And so KMD for tomorrow morning. Get Derrick Rose out of here.
Damn, man, we love Derrick Rose.
No, we don't.
Yeah, he had heart, man. But all right,
I like Derrick Rose. I respect Derrick Rose a lot. Cully, he started 2 games and got hurt.
He was hurt in that series?
2 games.
In the series?
Yes. He got hurt in game 4.
I guess that's why he sat out the rest of game 5 and the 4th, right?
Because he was hurt, bro. And instead of letting everybody know he was hurt and where we could have played frank and we could have played quickly, he didn't tell nobody.
Because he got a warrior's mentality, man. I can't blame him.
No, bro. Steph Curry has a warrior's mentality. Derrick Rose is injury prone, bro.
Hence the pun intended, right?
Yeah.
Man. We blame Tips for that too. But it's all good.
Yo. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm letting y'all know Put Vaseline on your face tomorrow. Take all your earrings out. Wear your Timbs. Be ready to scuffle. I'm talking to the chat. I'm talking to the chat. Be ready. Be ready to thump tomorrow, because I'm ready to fight over this Derrick Rose thing.
In chat, we need a point guard. Keep that in mind. That's all.
All right, so I'm gonna go. Thank you, everybody that joined the video chat. Cully, as usual.
You be easy, brother.
Thank you to everybody in the virtual chat.
I'll see you soon, Freeze.
Yeah, I'll holler at y'all tomorrow.